So meanwhile, this is what the chairman of the Senate Homeland Security Committee, Ron Johnson, was focused on yesterday, holding a hearing on election irregularities. The Wisconsin Republican continued to maintain that there was fraudulent voting in the 2020 election, as did committee member Rand Paul.
Oh, good God.
This hearing should not be controversial. But even though courts have handed down decisions and the Electoral College has awarded Joe Biden 306 electoral votes, a large percentage of the American public does not believe the November election results are legitimate. This is not a sustainable state of affairs in our democratic republic. Today we will hear testimony on how election laws in some cases were not enforced and how fraudulent voting did occur, as it always does.
But we can't just say it didn't happen. We can't just say, oh, 4,000 people voted in Nevada that were non-citizens, and we're just going to ignore it. We're going to sweep it under the rug and say, oh, the courts have decided the facts. The courts have not decided the facts. The courts never looked at the facts. The courts don't like elections, and so they stayed out of it by finding an excuse, standing or otherwise, to stay out of it. But the fraud happened. The election in many ways was stolen, and the only way it'll be fixed is by, in the future, reinforcing the laws.
So what I want to know is, because we've had Rand on the show, what does he get out of being a liar? What does he get about lying to the American people? About things that he knows he's lying to the American. He's been lying to his constituents and the American people about COVID from the beginning. He's been shooting out conspiracy theories. He's used his position as a senator to lie repeatedly this year. He's used his position as a senator to lie about a stolen election. He's lying about courts. The federal courts have been quite clear. Even the Wall Street Journal opinion page admits it. National Review has written numerous editorials about it. People who defended Donald Trump day in and day out, despite the fact that Donald Trump did all the things that he did over the past 4 years, which I won't even get into. The federal courts, even those people that were the strongest anti-Trump voices on the hard nationalist Trumpist right, have read the court proceedings, have read what federal judges have said, which is that you have given me no facts from which we can provide relief, no facts that back up Donald Trump's tweets that there was widespread voter fraud. In fact, Andy McCarthy with National Review, a guy who has defended Donald Trump every step of the way through all of his dealings with Russia. Even he brought up the fact that in a Wisconsin federal court, in front of a Trump-appointed judge, they had the opportunity to present facts. They had the opportunity to call witnesses. This isn't Ron Johnson's home state, by the way. They had the opportunity to introduce documents to prove not widespread voter fraud, just fraud, any fraud. Do you know what they chose to do? Nothing. They said, you know what, we agree with Biden's team here. We'll stipulate to the facts. And Andy McCarthy said, which he should have said, a National Review. It was shocking. It was shocking that they would actually continue to lie to the American people, that they would continue to spread the sort of lies that Rand Paul is spreading right now, that this election was rigged, when the tell is always whether you're willing to put your name on the line at the bottom of the pleadings. And do you wonder why even the Trumpiest of Trump lawyers would never do that going into federal court? Never. Oh, they'd hold their press conferences outside. We have evidence that Martians have come down and they have taken over the bodies of Republicans on the local level and have caused them to participate in widespread voter fraud. They will say that. They will say that outside. But then they go inside or something like that. Then they'll go inside. And the judge says, do you have any facts that you'd like to introduce to this court to prove that there was widespread voter fraud? No, Your Honor. Do you have any evidence that would support your claims that there was widespread voter fraud against Donald Trump? No, Your Honor. We don't have that either. Well, are there any facts that the Biden team has put forward before this court in Wisconsin and before me, a Trump-appointed federal judge, that you would disagree with?
Oh, my God.
Just one fact. Is there one fact that you, Trumpist lawyers, would disagree with in front of a Trump-appointed judge in a federal court in Wisconsin? One fact. Well, Your Honor, no, not really.
Just here.
We agree with what President-elect Biden's lawyers have said. Hello, Rand Paul, why are you lying to the American people? Why are you purposely inspiring people like the Proud Boys to go around and yell, "Stop the steal," and beating the hell out of people in the streets? Rand, why are you doing that? Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.